Hello. Hello. Let's hope YouTube worked this time, because we all know YouTube doesn't like to work, and I'm gonna check, and ow. We always check, and then it didn't actually go live. Did we actually go live this time? Are we actually live? I'm seeing a black screen. That's not... There we go. Okay, cool. It worked this time. Let's go. Oh, it's a miracle. So, okay. So this is a weird spot. I have this little thing I can turn on. And hopefully this goes well. Your views are very, 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 very important during this. Here we go. Boop. There we go. This is live for an hour. So all your views matter a ton. I get paid based on views. Just to be clear on this, this is actually a Minecraft sponsorship. Be stunned. This is a Minecraft sponsorship. Nothing to say I can't explain this. Basically, I get for every 10 eyes on those ads, I get $10. Is how that works. So yeah. Is it green? I don't know what it looks like. I'm gonna open my own stream. I don't know what this looks like. Do 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 do. Includes paid promotion. Oh wow, that is very green. You know what? I like how it looks. I like how it looks. I'm cool with it. Neat. But yeah, it's like every... I think it was like a minute and a half of viewing the overlay or something. There were weird kind of marks on it. But yes. Okay, so today I wanted to work on particles because we haven't been on in a while. I'm kind of brain fried for creativity, but I had an idea and I don't remember how to make the particle generators. So particle generator. This. I need leaves, lapis, redstone, glowstone. So we've got leaves. We need lapis, redstone, glowstone. Lapis, redstone. I don't know how much glowstone I have. Glowstone? Glowstone. Do I even have glowstone? That is one glowstone. Uh-oh. Our journey is quickly coming to an end. I know it's not in that one. No. Oh. There we go. We're good. Okay. And leaves. I haven't been on in a bit, but I will grab jungle. Server, no! Glowstone. Okay, I need redstone dust. There we go. Alright, but let's greet everybody. Hello, Skulls. Hello, Mellow. Hello, Snow. Hello, Somia. Hello, Elusive. Hello, Bui. Hello, Obi. Hello, Pluto. Hello, Rose. Hello, Strabo. Hello, Imoru. Hello, hello, hello. Okay, we can put the rest of that away because we don't need that. Now we can make these. We're actually going to need quite a few. I'm going to go with 6 for now. Apparently these can be used to, like, hide them, and I don't know how this works. Like, apparently there's a way to just disguise them, and I don't know if it's, like... I don't know what the method is. We're going to be toying with those today. I'll keep it on me. It's fine. But I want to do these with daylight sensors. So I need to remember how to make daylight sensors. Which I think we're going to need... Okay, not quartz brick, but I can turn that into a... I'm going to take this brick, right? And then we go over here. It's a nice pattern, though it can be a bit overwhelming, I would say. Oh. Okay, well, can't use quartz brick. Okay, so we need quartz. Okay, what do we need for a dale? Quartz, glass, and slabs. Hey, lapis. Wop. And a wop. Okay, so we've got that, and we... Ow! Rude. Hey, door. And there. Okay. I don't believe you. Okay. So let's go. You know what? We're just gonna go to entrance. We're gonna go the old school way. Whoop. Okay. Bum, 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 bum. So this is the type of stuff we're going to be dealing with. So you can see there's a bunch of particles in here already. Well, let's go here. Now, I want to do a bunch of fireflies based on, like logic says there wouldn't be, like, fireflies in here because there's not a lot of flowers, right? Like, if you had flowers and grass, you would expect fireflies. Now, we do, however, have this garden area that I plan to be setting up over here and doing fun stuff with. So I think this might be a good place to really kind of figure this out. Like, this is our courtyard, right? Now, normally this would be, a normal courtyard would probably be like concrete or bricks placed down. I think it'd be really nice to have grass in sections of it and layering like that and make it more of like a garden in here. So I think this would be a really good spot for it, right? So we do a garden kind of courtyard, and we'll do fireflies in here because I think out of all the locations we would expect to see it, this would be it. Now, in order to pull this off, though, I'm going to need more, I've just realized I need more redstone. So let's go back to storage. Oop. I'm sorry, door. I'm really sorry. I wish I had a better response than I'm sorry, but oof. People are unnecessarily rude. Okay, so we're grabbing that. The repeater should be... There. Oh, I had some extra observers. So the reason I'm grabbing that is because, like I said, I want to light this up, but I want to do this in a way where it's a bit hidden. Ooh, there goes the server. Ba-ba-da-ba-ba. Ba-ba-da-ba-da-ba-ba. See, that's where the response is, and you're one to talk. Or that's where your point is, and you're one to talk. You never shut up. You know? By the way, if something gets held by Automod, please somebody let me know. I did have to increase it for this partnership deal we've got going on. They said that it was required to be on chat level 2, so I did have to up that from the standard of 1 that we are normally on. So, yeah. So it's a little stricter than normal. So I need to find where I'm going to hide the... I need to hide this. And I don't know the best spot to hide a daylight sensor in this. Obviously, those buildings will work really well if I want to hide it, but I need to figure out exactly what that means for me. So we know we're going to have a super narrow building here that I'm not going to be able to do much, so I think this might be a good spot to do it. I didn't bring any building blocks. This is the spot to do it, but I did not bring, like, anything. I'm not doing great on braining. But like I said, I've been kind of, like, overwhelmed for a bit, mentally, so. But I missed y'all. Okay. So yeah, because this wall, if you look here, this is going to be a very narrow wall. Like, I don't have a lot of space here. So the interior of the buildings that we're going to see on this side don't really matter. Because I'm not going to be putting anything in them. There's just going to be no way for the person to get in here. Because, yeah, that ain't going to work. So to start out, we need something simple. We'll go up here. We need a daylight sensor. I mean, I can adjust the position of the daylight sensor as time goes on. So we will, for the time being, put the daylight sensor. I mean, I'm just going to go here. And then daylight sensor outputs a signal. That goes there. Right? Simple. That's not going to work there, is it? Well, I mean, it is. How much? I mean, it's getting 11 sky. I wouldn't expect it to get 11 sky. How am I getting 11 sky off of this? What? I don't understand Minecraft lighting. I really don't. I've just realized, like, I don't know how the light is getting there, and I feel like I probably shouldn't use that as my spot because of the sphere. Okay, let's go back over this way, right? We'll try and get out from under the sphere. So, like, over here, right? Because I want to make sure it works. I'd rather be certain it works, so... Yeah, see, we're at 15 sky over here. I feel much better with that. Again, not sure where to put the daylight sensor, but... Go there. Okay. We could put it on this roof. I mean, there are spots, right, that aren't necessarily observable. Just trying to think. Like, I can obviously kind of do whatever for a lot of this, but... I mean, I guess we could go right here. And go off the side, and then we'll adjust... Again, I can adjust these positions later. So we'll go there. I also want to know something that I'm not certain. Does a daylight sensor power the block below it? If I go here, does that get powered? No. You know, that would actually make them a lot more viable if they did. Like, I'm not saying they're not viable, but I feel like if it had power going to it from below, I feel like I'd use it a lot more. Or that it would be more usable. It does power lights below it, though. So it does. I'm confused. Could I'm just thinking about this. If I had a target block... Grab a comparator too. I need to toy with something. I haven't toyed with these in a bit. So, they have offered... So, with the sponsorship, they have offered sponsorships to a lot of groups, right? Okay, both of those are working. But now I want to know... They offered a sponsorship to a lot of streamers. And the difference here is this is a straight up paid one. If I do this... Yeah, that doesn't work. But if I get a... I have the materials on me, right? No? A lamp. Oh, I need a glowstone block. But yeah, no, you should see a handful of people with Minecraft sponsorships over the next week, which is really cool. They started it, Cleo was mad, because they offered it to Cleo too, but Cleo didn't see it till after their stream yesterday. So target blocks don't work, noted. No, that doesn't work. I would really expect that to get something out of it. Okay. Anyway. Go here, go here. So yeah, I want something like this. We can go up here. By the way, how is the music volume? I don't normally use the in-game music. But I needed to do not my own music for now. Okay, so that gets plenty of signal. That gets down to here. Is good? Okay, cool. Thank you. And we need to get under the floor here. Go here, go here. Where are we? This is a pretty good spot, actually. I wish I felt like better about with the regards to the congrats to this matchup. I wish I felt like more impressive getting it. It's more of a they offer the sponsorship pretty openly to Twitch streamers, and I don't know specifically where the line is for that, but they offered it pretty much to, as far as I can tell, like any Twitch streamer. So I don't really get to be too excited about that. But it is paid, so I get to be excited about that. But let's go there, 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 and then we'll need a repeater in here. And I believe if I just do that, that should be powered now. Now, typically, you know, I was expecting... Where's my way out? There we go. I was like, how do I get out of here? I need this in a spot I can reach it to edit it. And we're gonna go there, there, and there. Right? So now this is accessible. I can change this. So what we're looking for right now is fireflies, right? So it is technically trying to spawn fireflies. There's nothing here. But let's just start simple. We'll do 50 fireflies, right? 50 fireflies. They're all spawning in that spot, though. Delta. So this is the position they'll float. We don't care right now. We need this, which is our offset. which we want this to be up like 5 and then do that, I think. Can't do 5. I forgot. 5 is too far. 3. There's our fireflies. They're all a little close. It's pretty, but they're all a little close. And also 50 appears to be far too many. So let's reduce that. Give it a little bit for the fireflies to fade out so we can see exactly how many this is. That's not bad. Now from this we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I should move this over one more. So that way it is 10 in each direction. This does actually matter. It may not seem like it matters if you don't quite get what's going on, but we do want this fairly centered. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I need 9, 10. So I need to move at least 2 that way as well. So that would be 1, 2. Oh, that's actually a pretty good spot. So we can put it here. Now, I can't go here because I need these to be blocks, but we can go under. So I'm going to remove those. Let me grab my magnet. There we go. So we need to go from here to there. Get rid of those 2. Go there and there. Okay. That should be enough to connect it. The power did go out, though. For the sake of working on this and staying powered the entire time, I'm going to put you there. Right there. Now it's powering either way. So I don't have to go back and forth and be like, oh, time of day changed. No, it's fine. Ha! Okay. So now that's powered. That's hitting that. That's good. We'll grab our white concrete just to fill in what we don't need, right? Okay. So, firefly. Boop. Count. We'll do 5 again. Offset would be... we had 0. Oh, sorry. 0. Same number plus 3. There. So again, there's our fireflies. Oh,
amazing!
Thank you, Dor, for the resub.
Historic Goniono just subscribed to us for another month. That's 9 now.
Now this was our other one, so I want this and then a variation of 2 and then 10 again, I think. So that is, this should start spreading them out. Give it a little bit. So they're spawning all the way over here. They can spawn all the way over here. And apparently all the way over there.
Cringe.
Rude! Aw. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. They have more range than I thought from their spawn spot. Oh, thank you, Bui. Thank you for the hype balloon, everybody. Okay, so how far out is this going?
Our hype balloon record this month was 682. Can we beat it this time around?
They're out here, so I've got to move this further than I thought. I need to see what the actual range is. Because it looks like the fireflies can go further than 10. Because if this would be 11. Alright, I gotta increase the particle rate so I can actually see what's going on. But thank you so much for the hype balloon, everybody. We're gonna increase this This is going to be a lot. We're going to increase it from 5 to 100. So it's going to get really busy, slowly. But we're basically testing the very specific range on this. Because you can see, look, I can still see the particles all the way over to here. That is a lot further than intended. Yep, there's one right here. So it gets out to here. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. They have a range of 16 from their spawn spot? So... do I just want to do 0 here? I feel like that's going to really crowd the center. Like, that's a height of 2. How far do they... okay, so they drift pretty far from their spot. That's part of this. But this is set to 0, and we're gaining 1, 2... we're gaining 2? Approximately. Like, if we go here, this would be 2. So it's gaining 2 in every direction. Based on what we have. So... try a 6? Maybe? See where this gets us? Because, yeah, look at that. It's immediately at the wall with a 6. And we're past the wall this way. And we've made it pretty far this way. So I think what I need to do is I need to shove this a bit further back this way. Because we're sticking out of this. We're all, like, look at this. It's all the way out here. So we definitely need to push it further this way. Like, to here? God, how far is that going? So that's from this corner stair. So 1, 2, 3, 4. I mean, well, okay. So, yeah. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I'm going to move it 6, because I think the distance here, we're looking at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 for how far that got, so we need to move it at least 6. So, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I did not expect that range on it. Okay, there. Boop, 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 boop. Help! Okay. So I think we're getting kind of far on this, so let's add a repeater. There we go. So we want that to go to there and power it. And put that back away. Give me the white concrete again. Boop, 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 boop. And a boop. Okay. So again, fireflies. And then offset should be that 3, that. And then our delta, we were going with 6, 2.
Or, no new record this time.
6.
We got 462 though. The monthly record stands at 682.
Thank you, everybody. I appreciate that. I really, really do. Okay. So we're not after anything but positioning right now. Because positioning is going to be the most important one. So that immediately filled that side. Immediately filled that side. Hey, Amber. Got out to here, and it shouldn't be really getting too far. Yeah, so we've got a couple that are getting out here, but not very far, and I'm okay with that, right? I'm okay with the little ones drifting. And then over here, we've made it just to the wall. So now I think what we need to do, so really quick though, this is me facing, I am moving on the X. So I hit the wrong button. I'm moving on the X axis. So what we want to do is this one I'm going to reduce, because this one's going to be sticking out really far. Just to show this really quick. If I go over here, we don't want this happening. This is not what we want, so we want to reduce that one. So I'm going to, just to kind of balance this, I'm going to move this down to 5, if it'll let me. It really doesn't like me typing sometimes. 5, and then I'm going to reduce this one down to 2, and we're going to see where this puts us. We'll give it a little bit to thin. We should notice it here. There we go. So now they're not as far that way. They're also not as far this way, though they still might be a little bit far. How are we doing this way? They're not out here. They're not... The main thing is I want to stop them from getting out here. So I think the 5 was perfect. I think 2 was too little, so maybe upping that to a 3. But yeah, that's stopping where we want it. But... yeah, see, we're not even getting... I'm okay with it drifting like a single through, but not any further. So let's try that again, but change it to a 3. So that should get us a little closer to the wall. We've already got 1 over here. That one. Yeah, so this is more where we want it, right? There we go. Okay. So, just for the sake of it, I'm going to add 5 to this. So that is how fast they kind of move in those directions. We do need to reduce the number, though. So we're going to drop this down to 50, which is still way too many, but... let it thin for a second. Because fireflies have a very long lifespan. As far as particles go. But you can see, we get the occasional one out here. I still think this is far too many. Don't get me wrong, I do love it. I love seeing that many, but that is way more than we should have. Drop it down. See, that feels good, right? Like, that feels like we've got a fair amount. Now, I am in this kind of spot here where I feel like we should have more in these directions. I'm wondering here, I'm going to reduce this delta, or this offset, I'm going to drop it by 1. And then I'm going to drop this by 1. So it's going to reduce the height. Because fireflies tend to be low. There we go, you can see the top one's faded. That feels pretty good. But like you can see we're having kind of a spread issue, right? We're getting more, because it's viewing it kind of like a circle, randomly plotting these, we're getting them kind of spread this way. I think what I should do here, I think our best bet is I'm going to remove... well, I'm going to move this to the center. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6... okay, let's try this again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We'll go here. Right? And that gives us 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. But then if we go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and we put it under there, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, right? So I will put it right here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yeah. I'm gonna go there, there, there. So that'll be powered. We're gonna pick this one up. Move that over. There we go. Place you there. Do that. That should reach. Yep. Okay. Actually, I could put these at the same height, just for my own sanity here when I create these. So I'm going to drop this one down one. They have the offset on them that will make it so that way it's all, like, clean. Where they're not, like, too far down or anything, so... Alright, so we've got one there. And then that one there. And then these are at the same height compared to one another. And then we are going to go over... Let me get an empty hand just so I don't mess up. Firefly, boom. Offset. I forget what we had. I think it was 3. And then 2, and then 3. The delta is not as important, honestly. Wait, no, offset, sorry. I need that. That's the wrong thing. So it's there and there. So that just moves it up 2. We're going to set the count on this to 20. I think this might actually be part of it. So if I put a bigger delay, so if we do, say, a delay of 100, that's 5 seconds. And then 20 should be fine. Hi, BB. Our delta should be... Hi, BB. 2? Where are we at? Well, there's 1. I think for my current sanity, we need to do this, just so I can see where they are. Crap, I fell in the hole. Okay. $200, let's go. I need to know where these end up. Because they're not going very far this way. We're getting a good range here. Range isn't very good here. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Wait, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So yeah, it needs 2 more on the Z. Is what we're looking at. So 2 more on Z. So 4. And then that should get out to here. We wait just a little bit. Because it is random, so we're dealing with luck. Like, it doesn't quite get here. It doesn't quite get here, but it is getting in between the pillars. Which is a good sign. Like, I want it to go in between the pillars at the very least. That one did make it all the way to the wall. I'm not getting any here. Which is weird. There it goes. 1 more on the X. So right about there. So now hopefully we start seeing more drift in here. Because, like, I do want them to congregate in the main area, right? Like, that is where we want it. But I want them to still be drifting out. They're drifting out over here beautifully. But, there they are. Okay. So then over here, we should be dealing with the same. Yep, they're getting there, but they're not quite leaving. That's what we want to see. We want them doing that. So this is accurate. Why are... Game? Why are they up here? Why are they up here? Oh. It's because I put the setter delta as whatever it wants. Vertical delta, you do need to define a number. If you do not define a number, it just assumes everything. Okay, so now we can see a little more clearly what we're dealing with on this, dimension-wise. So this is now too far. Reduce that by 2. Reduce that by 2. Okay. So delta of 1, delta of 2. Make sure these go away. Still one right there. No more should spawn here. No more should spawn here. Okay. The problem is now they're not here or here. Okay, I reduced them by 2. That was too far. We need to add 1 back on. So 2 and 3. Because, yeah, I want to keep the particles contained. I don't want them over here. I mean, I don't mind if they go here. I don't mind if they go here. But I have to be aware of that when I'm decorating the interiors, right? That the particles might go through. The main thing is we want to keep pretty much all of them in there, though. Okay. This seems right. Obviously, this is far too many. I'm gonna reduce that and do, like, 25 every 5 seconds. So hopefully this stops. I mean, this feels more real. But that's not as magical as we'd want, right? So we're gonna double that. What's funny is this song is Firebugs. Okay. This feels better. I mean, I'm sure at night this will look even cooler. We're not there yet, obviously, but I think at night this will be great. I may... I wonder if I can add a... It's gonna be a risk here. Because we did just align this. Can I do 0.5 and 0.5? It does allow decimals. Let's go. Okay. Because I do want to move them out just a little bit further. I feel like the ideal way to do this would actually be to place 4 of these, 1 in each corner. But... Okay, so now to look at the numbers again. Actually, can I just copy that? There we go. We're gonna go here, here, here. Firefly. 20, 25, and I believe it was 50. Right? Or did I have that backwards? Yep, 25 and 50, and then offset of 2. Okay, so in theory... Yay, Fox! Look, particles. Fireflies. Yeah, I think that was the right number there. So, problem number 1 is I have placed this wrong. I need to... I can't put a piece here. I need to... go there. And that's not getting powered now, is it? Once these fade, are they going to keep coming? I think they're done. Yeah, it stopped. Okay. So in order to fix that, I need to go... there, there, there. There, there, there. Now you're powered again? Yep, now it's powered again. We can do that. And that. Okay. Now we go over here. Do 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 do. Break that. Okay. Where's the sun? Where is the sun? Do 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 do. I think it's right there. Yeah, it's a little sunny right now, so we're not able to actually test it at night unless I were to cheat the time of day. You might be right. You might be right, Beard. You might be right. Okay. So hopefully though, like the idea is that we could be up here, right? And then just see the fireflies start. That's what I want. So I am going to cheat because I have that power here. Yeah, that's fair, sorry. Yeah, I like that. I like that a lot. Soul Sand! Door, Soul Sand. Soul Sand is my favorite block. Okay. So I want to decorate this area. And I'm going to start with grass, actually. So let's go to our storage. I don't think I have any grass blocks on me here, but I think we do over here. There we go. Chat, what's your favorite Minecraft block? It has been questioned. So, okay. So I think what's going to happen is we would come up here, we would come up here, and then to enter the courtyard. So I think we would want it inside the framework, maybe in line with the... No, I think we're gonna start here. We might push it out one after, but... Crying Obsidian is an interesting one. Do, do, do. Command block. Alright, Beard. Beard's a nerd. That is fair, Obi. Purpur is a... Okay, Purpur is a block that... Visually, I'm cool with it, but conceptually, I'm mad at it. I dislike Purpur as a block for very specific reasons. So for those who are unaware... Purpur has a blast resistance that is strong enough to handle creepers, but not TNT. Which to me is not useful. If it was the other way around, that would be fantastic. Like, I would love to use that if it was like, oh, TNT can break it, but not creepers. I would love that. But the fact that it's... I don't want... Sorry, TNT can break it, but not creepers. I want creepers to be able to break it, but not TNT. Because then you could use it in a lot of mini games, and I think that would be a really, really fun mechanic for a lot of people, is to be able to use a block that, you know, you can't accidentally blow up. While you're making stuff. But no, it's at a blast resistance level right between the two, and it angers me. So, Purpur is in a very specific spot for me of... It would be great if we just changed one little thing about it. You know? I don't think a lot of people are even aware about the blast resistance stuff on Purpur. But yep, you can blow it up with TNT, but a creeper can't. It's the only block that applies to, I think. I think it is the only block that actually falls between two explosion thresholds. Yeah, it annoys me because of that. Because, like, it's really cool that it does that, but, like, flip it around and it would be amazing and useful. Do we add a patio there, or do we make... No, I think we want to... I want that overhang to go over. There we go. There we go. Do-do-do. By the way, thank you everybody for taking part in the Minecraft sponsorship. Your views have meant a lot. I can get, basically, as a rundown of how it works, I can get up to $56 based on my average view count. And then it's like every 10 confirmed people watching the overlay thing for a minute and a half, I think it was. Every 10 of those, I get a certain amount. So I might only get like $20 or $30, but it's money I didn't have otherwise, right? So I appreciate y'all so much for hanging out and whatnot during this little sponsored segment. Because I am very, very broke right now. Very, very, very broke. Bup, 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 bup. By the way, a lot of you may have seen the game People of Note when I played the demo during Next Fest that I was very excited for. That has released today. I will be trying to see if I can get a key instead of having to buy it. But if it was something you were looking forward to, you can definitely check that out for yourself. In an area like this, would you put in storm drains? I'm not sure, because it's grass, right? So I think it would depend on if we were considering it to be grass or down to normal areas. Right, it would just kind of depend on what's below the grass. I think you would put in possible storm drains in the areas next to the grass. So if the grass did, for whatever reason, flood, you would definitely have a drain, like, over on that. But I don't think you would need one for the grass portion itself. Okay, so we do something like that, right? So we've got this area. This is the thing. I feel like I do want the grass to go out one further. Ideally, in real life, I would have it go halfway. It would be right here that it would split. And I don't really have that option. So I think the pillar being partially out is more important than the grass being, or is more important than the than this part being half out. This is a problem when you're dealing with blocks that are over 3 feet wide, you know? You can't easily go, oh, yes, here. Like, no, I don't know. So, Gonna push all this back a little bit. Why is my nose running? Stop it. Ba-ba-da-ba. Doop. Okay. So yeah, we go like this. No. Okay. Okay. Okay, but now, see, now, look at the visual difference between what we had before. Like, everything feels more incorporated, right? And it's just one little row of grass. But these pillars feel like they're now entering it, rather than that the grass was, like, way too framed. So I feel a lot more... Yeah, that feels a lot better. I'm gonna miss you, green header and under video bar. Oh, big stretch. Big stretch. Big stretch. Oh my god. Oh. Bah. I hope everybody's having a chill day, though. I hope today goes well for you. Bah, 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 bah. My back hurts. Ugh. But no, it is sorry. It's one of those days. Rude!
Rise. Show elusivities how tall you've gotten.
Rude!
So, I feel sorry for your neck.
Ugh. Ugh. See, the problem is, I can't really do much when you do that. Yes, BB, I know, I stood up. It's weird, right? Hi, buddy. Hi. I'm gonna pick you up. I've got you. You don't normally get picked up, especially not during my stream, do you? He's very confused. Hi. You're not one for being picked up either, huh? Hi, buddy. Hi. You behaving? You're cold. You were laying against the window, weren't you? Right, I'll put you back down. I'll put you down.
Someone rang the doorbell. Would you mind checking if it's my bone delivery?
Nobody rang the doorbell, Mari. But we will be taking a break soon, don't worry. Ugh. Okay, so... yeah, no, I feel really good with this grass in here. It feels like a really nice pop of color compared to everything we've had. Like, everything's been kind of dull, right? So having everything a little more clean. But we get that nice pop of color here. Now, this is one of those spots where I'll probably put a few random blades of grass that'll be, like, up, but generally speaking, this is going to be very, very smooth and kind of because people are going to be walking on this a lot. But we need to figure out how we want this. Do we go here? Do we put a little stone path through this? I mean, the main spot people are going to be walking is probably cutting there if they're cutting a corner. They could walk here, but a desire path is going to say they're going to go here to get to these doors. So we're probably going to do some damage here. I think. Like, we'll do some damage to the terrain there. Thinking about where they'd be. Just because people are going to, like, if people live here, right? They're going to go, or they're going to cut around. Ugh. Because that's one of the things we got to think about is, like, where are people going to walk? And they're going to walk there. I love that. The rain started, therefore changing the sky level, making it trigger. But yeah, if they were to desire path, they're going to go there. Because a lot of times they'd walk here, probably. But right here, they're going to desire path. So we'll mess with the terrain there. Like that. I think just something like that, right? Now, obviously, I'm going to change that out for different blocks, but they would desire path there. Where else would we get... Oop. Where else would we get a desire path? People coming through here are not going to desire path. Coming through here, they're not really... I don't think we're going to end up with a lot of desire paths other than that spot. So I think that's fine. I'm just wondering right now if my overlay thing is going to stay there for the whole stream. Because I'm required to do an hour, and I don't know if it's planned for the whole thing. So let me check what it says. Yeah, it says I have no active sponsorship, so did mine end, technically? Yeah, it looks like it is over now. Okay. Cool. That was our check, so it has ended. So let me go over here, and I'm going to turn off the branded content part. There we go. Now, we are going to take a quick 3-minute break. You are not going to miss anything. We do this to turn off ads for anybody new that comes by. So I do apologize if you just showed up in the last few minutes. But it is just to turn them off for anybody new that shows up and give people a nice chill experience where they don't have to deal with them. So use this as a moment. Get up, stretch your legs, grab a drink of water, all that fun stuff. See you all very soon. Be right back. My God. My God! I'm going to aim for the fourth square. Right here. I'm aiming right in the fourth square. Gonna aim for that fourth square right there. Hey, Snow! Oh shit.
Let the games begin. Pick a spot to drop from.
Let's go.
Ever heard of chaos theory? Well, this is
Oh! Woo!
Oh, I am filled with rage about the whole nobody dying thing.
Yeah! 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All right, here we go. Boom! Oh! Is that really a million? A million roses? Amazing! That's amazing! We're rather impressed. Such a pointless exercise. Well, thank you for doing it. We're so pleased. Yes, let's go home now.
You did it.
Thank you, Mari. Look at this! Look at this! It's 9:27. 1 million roses! I'm glad this guy has no peripheral vision whatsoever. What? What? I need to do backspin if I'm doing this. I got distracted by the golf cart! I screwed that up because I thought I was going to get hit by a golf cart. And that white strawberries exist. Now Daisy, female. Daisy's name in Japan is Horumon, apparently. A second cousin who is a cow through and through. Their running speed is the same as whether on 2 or 4 legs. I'm glad they don't have the old description for Daisy. For those who don't know, Daisy's feet squirt milk when she runs. I just think this is important for y'all to know. And we're back! Hello. Hi. Hiya. My back itches really bad. Hi, BB. Hi, buddy. BB, you are so smart. Like, he waited till I sat down and then he reached a paw over and tapped me. Like, hey, don't forget me. So now he gets pats really quick. Don't you, bud? Yeah. Good boy. Ugh. Okay. First things first, I don't need the magnet. I need the crab claw. Crab claw is more important. Okay. There's just a paw against my arm. So we'll do that. Now, I want to figure out the best way to do... That's a very good question, Skulls. I wish I had an answer. We need to figure out this section. So this is, because this is more of a community thing, I think this should be kind of set out to be something planned here for the floor. The walls would be something that'd be painted, but I feel like this would be established as a group. So we need to figure out our flooring. So let's go to storage. I've got a lot of excess here that I don't quite need on me, which is going to be a little bit annoying. But we don't need the cobble. We don't need the cobble. We might need the cobble. But I'm going to get rid of the things that are definitely going to be refilled automatically. Because if I keep this white concrete on me, I'm going to overload. So we're going to get rid of that. We'll get rid of the jungle slabs and the jungle planks. Let's put away the excess redstone. We'll put away that. I don't have a spot for the glowstone yet. For now, we will put the particle generator away. And a little bit of quartz. Boom, 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 boom. Okay. Keep the grass blocks. We need... What would be the best flooring for that area? And my brain goes, okay, stones. So we could obviously do cobble or stone bricks, things like that. Like that would be a straightforward, easy answer. We could do stuff like the blackstone, which would give a lot of contrast, but I don't feel like blackstone feels... It doesn't feel rich in a way that I feel incorporates well with a city that I am designing based on dyes, right? Or deep slate. Deep slate, I mean. Not blackstone, but deep slate. But I don't feel like that screams city built on dyes. I think we need something a little brighter, but not too bright, because the buildings are going to be the bright, you know. Tough is decent. Red nether bricks are too much. And diorite, no. Granite, maybe, actually. I think granite might be the choice here. I mean, granite doesn't... The only problem with granite is granite doesn't have the bricks. But, I mean... I hate that I can't space them back in. I'm going to keep some regular granite to speckle throughout. Yeah, the only thing that sucks is if you warp into the courtyard, you don't get the effects as you go. But let's go there and there. And we'll push this all the way back. Where? 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 Leg spike? There. That's really loud. No, it sounds like it's right here. Why am I hearing it right here? Like, I'm not going to hear that cave. It's got to be that one. F3B. Yeah, it's not going to be those. It has to be that one. Okay. Sorry, I've got to get rid of this. I got to get rid of this. This is going to bug me. Okay. Hey, Colt. We'll go there. Make sure this is all lit up. There we go. Yep, okay. So this is a thing that may be streamer focused. But you ever feel like you're talking and you're actually talking to nothing? For some reason, I'm having that vibe today, and I don't like it. Where my brain is going, nope, no one's there. No one's listening. Like, what do you mean no one's listening? No one's listening. Am I muted? Nope. Like, what? I hate when my brain does this. But every so often it happens. Like, your brain, do better. But my brain being a butt. I don't like it. Okay. So. There. That should stop that issue. It's all good. I just, my brain is doing that thing, and I don't like when my brain does that thing. I apologize if it seems like I was trying to, like, bait y'all into talking. But it's just like, one of those, like, my brain's doing a weird. Okay, so that goes there. We'll take the doors again. Go here and here. There we go. We'll do the same to this one. This is a spot that technically may change. What's there, but I feel like getting this little area in. Do. Okay. There we go. Gonna have to redo my lighting on this, though. Actually, I think I should be putting them up there. I don't know if this will actually light the entire garden this way. But getting the torches up off the ground does feel good. Okay, there we go. There we go. There we go. The typo of my name being spelled Campton there is making me think of Deltarune. And I don't know how to feel about this. Where? Where? Oh my god. How? We will have to examine that. But yeah, so this is all still lit with the lights like that, so that's good. But let's go up a floor. Where? How? How? Ha. Well, I'm confused. Barrel, 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 barrel. No, I think the granite was a good choice here, though. I think it has a... Is it Italian that I'm thinking of? It feels like an Italian vibe. And that might just be because of the granite against the white concrete. But I think it'll work really well in the long run of, I'm really doing it. Yeah, I don't typically work with the colors, but I don't feel like, just building structures today. So I figured, you know what, we'll add some pops of color in before we start really breaking this up. It's gonna be, this is the thing, there's gonna be a lot of passes, so very much get in the mindset of don't be afraid to redo things after you've kind of figured more out, right? So we're doing the base coat right now, right, which is gonna be doing flat colors and flat bricks, no real texturing or anything like that, and then as things go, we will add like more and more, right? So we'll go in here, we do the first pass, which is just this. The second pass will involve like texturing this area. The next pass will involve replacing some of them entirely with like a different type of block in general. Like maybe one of the terracottas will go good in here, or the clays, right? Not the glazed terracottas, but like regular terracotta. Maybe that'll work really well to break up this kind of texture, right? And it'll just be a matter of continuously changing the layers around, and hopefully, all of that ends up working in our favor. By the way, I also want to say a huge thank you to everybody who hung out last night. For those who are unaware, I streamed last night on my day off because I will not be streaming Saturday and Sunday. I'll probably also be streaming Thursday. I apparently forgot to close Discord. And I apologize. There we go. Turn on streamer mode. That way it stops making noise. I do apologize for that. I hate when that happens when I'm watching a stream and they'll get a DM. So I especially hate when I do it myself. There we go, though. So now we've got this pop of color in here, right? And obviously very repetitive, not very exciting. Which is why we did bring in some regular granite, though. So we can at least break it up a little bit now. So we'll get rid of like that one, and maybe I wasn't gonna get both of those, but you know what? Fine. There. Get rid of those. So you get that, right? Get rid of you. Mainly because I don't want it to feel like I've repeated the tetramino right there. So there. This is something very simple that a lot of people can do, by the way. Just if you ever have these little moments where you're like, what do I put here? Or like if you've got a big area that's just the polished block, do a non-polished one. Just toss in a non-polished one. Just every once in a while. There we go. Boop, boop, boop. But yeah, that's all it takes. Like, look how much nicer this section looks. Like, this is much more visually interesting than what we had when it was just, like, that versus that. It's so simple to do. Get rid of that one, and then that one. And then those three. By the way, the music we're listening to right now, I just found a station called J Lo-Fi. One of the artists that was in there was Toby Fox. It's like, okay, cool. Like, this'll work. Hopefully the Toby Fox song doesn't trigger anything. Okay. Get rid of you. You. The trick right now is to not overdo this, because if I do too many, it's going to feel like that's the majority of what I'm after, and I need to make sure I keep that balance. I'm also trying not to do any, like, straight lines. I can do, like, this, but I don't want to do, like, just, like, that and that, you know? Because that creates a strong visual break. There we go. Entrance also is going to have a lot more of these, just as a thing. The entrance area, because you're going to see a lot of people walking these spots, so you would expect more damage here. Or more wear and tear. Go there. Hey, bunny. My pickaxe is too good. There we go. I'm really, really liking how this is feeling, though. Like, this feels good to me. We're also going to need to figure out what we're going to use to replace this. Because we don't have a ton of options there, do we? Not with this, anyway. Am I wrong? Yeah, we do have polished granite stairs, so it's not impossible. I'll grab a bunch of those. I just wish we had, like, regular granite stairs. Oh, do we do? I'm just a fool. Don't mind me. I am but a fool. Okay, back to the courtyard. Yeah, the packed mud one is a sad one, though I feel like if we're to talk stairs, obviously I want the stairs for packed mud for, like, roofing. But the concept of packed mud stairs does not feel like it would have a very good, durability. Structurally speaking. That. There. Okay, so. Yeah. Yeah, if they were chipped, that would be great. Though too. Like if you could actually get like chipped blocks. Oh. Okay. So we're gonna go there, there. Get rid of those two. There. That one. I'm good with that, like visually. I'm happy with the fireflies. Ow. Hi, Togo. You would not believe your eyes if 10 million fireflies lit up the world as I fell asleep. They'd fill the open air. Eh, eh, eh. I... Yeah. There's a lot of, like, little things that would be really nice to see. I get why we don't get some of them, but it doesn't make me not want them. You think me rude, but I would just stand and stare. I like to make myself believe. Burp. Burp. There we go. Go there. Maybe there. Ugh. Yeah, moss maps would work well. Especially if you actually planned them for different bricks, though. You could actually design the moss to run along the grout. On this server, at least. Which would look really nice. Ugh. Itchy, itchy, itchy. Okay. How we looking? How we looking? Let's get back over here. Back over here. So we've got our little cut across. That feels good. That feels good. I like this. It's a little lacking here. Let's... There we go. I'm happy with that. The one thing I like, I'm looking at this though. The one thing I'd like, well, first of all, I am going to do this bit. But the one thing I'd really like to see with this, right, is like, I like this, but I hate that this is smooth, right? And I know this is me being me. I hate that this is a smooth transition. I want visually, I want something here. Now, I could be really annoying with armor stands, but the amount of work it would take would be so much. And I don't think it's worth it, is the sad part. But, like, my brain says, if I had the patience, I would actually create armor stands on all of this path out here and raise it all up by 1 pixel. You'd not notice while you walk it. But visually, you would see a lip. Because I want a lip here. My eyes want a lip. You know what I'm saying? Like, I want to see these raised or this lowered. Like we have here. I want this. But that would have to be a very late stage thing as well if I were to do it. And the reason I say it would have to be late stage is because if I'm replacing blocks and stuff repeatedly, I'm going to keep colliding with the armor stands. Hi, BB. Hi. But I would love to have this on all sides. BB, buddy. I think the problem is I've started giving you attention, BB, when you ask for it. So you've learned to ask for it. What would be the good next step on this? What goes good with the granite? I mean, honestly, it's any of that same new set of bricks, right? Or I say new set. They've been out for a long time, but it's going to be any of these. Honestly, the diorite might be the right call. Is the diorite the right call? Just as my love is this bad? Kind of. Wait. 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 I've got to go rob Fuji. Look, it's a giant me. I'm still there. I love that that's still there. Where? 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 Did it turn them into brown mushroom blocks on me? I'm not after the brown ones. I'm after the stem. It didn't give me the stem. There. I mean, the brown ones aren't bad to have, but that wasn't what I was after. I will go there in a second, Obi. Let me collect from the accidentally damaged. You are very pink. I appreciate this, but I do want to be clear. I only need the stem. Right now. But thank you. So as a thing on that Laplas, there is somebody I used to watch who I do not watch anymore because he's a shit heel. But that actually did the same, except it was before you could silk touch them, so they had to be pushed by piston. I want to see if this looks right. I like how that feels. I can't reach that, but I like that. Now, are these directional? No. Good. Crap. That's good to remember. But I can repair them by doing that. So, but yeah, no, that I like. Like, I feel like that's a good contrast with that. It doesn't feel wrong. It feels weathered, and it also feels like the way water would flow on it. So I'm good with that. Wop. Yeah. Itchy. Okay. But yeah, so yeah, just doing that, right? Like that feels it's not too bright. It's a little green. It's a little green. Like I will say that. It is just a little teensy bit green. Which is fine. Oh wow, cold. But I don't think the green is bad. But I do think adding that little bit of texture there really, really helps. Now, this will only go up to there, like where these overhang buildings are. Those are going to be our bright colors again. So we're going to have this framework all clean. But then the actual, like, build itself will not be. Or, like, the stuff around it will not be. So you get these areas. I think this will work. Ha! Wop, wop, wop. I am hungry. I am, like, suddenly extremely hungry. I haven't been eating very well lately. I'll be honest. What? Yeah. My stomach, it hungers. White rabbit needs food. White rabbit needs food badly. People who understand the reference are cooler than people who don't. Barrel, 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 barrel. I probably should. I probably should eat food. But I don't really have much food. I believe the audio soundbite specifically is from... I mean, it was an arcade game. I don't think it was on the original releases for it, but it is a reference to Gauntlet. I'm more specifically referencing Gauntlet Dark Legacy, but ow. But quite a few other Gauntlets had it. Hi, Sam. Welcome. But yeah, it's like, Red Warrior needs food. Red Warrior needs food badly. Basically, the low health warning. But yeah, the low health warning for it would do that. Crap. My wall turned into a corkboard. I need to see something with Mindstream. Mindstream. Can I blacklist usernames? Because I like, this is the thing. I don't think I can blacklist usernames, and I wish they would let me. Like, if I could make it so that, when I did this, like, I wouldn't see Mari's messages. Now, this is going to be rough when it comes to, I think, doing these arches. I think the arches are where this is going to actually possibly have an issue. I may need to change out these, the T-frame parts right here and here, I think, is what I should get rid of. So we're going to get rid of that one and that one and that one and that one. We're just going to do the pillars. Because I think the corners, it's going to be impossible to really get a proper matching thing there. So we'll get rid of those. And we will focus on these. Oh yeah, wall chicken. Wall chicken's in a lot of games, but I believe wall chicken typically is referencing Castlevania, right? But yeah, it's very much a what game did you play growing up kind of reference. I put so many quarters into Gauntlet Dark Legacy. I also remember if you play Gauntlet Dark Legacy and you enter your name as Egg, well, you enter your initials as Egg, and you enter the passcode as 911, you will be a chicken. Which is really just a mage, but it is a chicken. Secret characters. Do. Go collect the resources up here. And they're stuck in the wall because I don't use the amethyst. The amethyst magnet. Oh, I'm also just not using my magnet. That would be a problem. Like, why am I not grabbing things? It's like, oh, I don't have the magnet at all. That'll do it. There we go. Boo-boo-doo-boo. Oh, by the way, when it came to me playing Final Fantasy 16, for those of you who have been watching me play those, it was either I was going to play Final Fantasy 16 or Nier Automata. And I'm like, I've streamed Nier Automata quite a few times. I know how it goes. 16 is one I didn't manage to finish. So I was like, you know what? Let's go through 16. Because then we can have some new experiences together. Like, I'm still in stuff that I've done. I apparently made it till about level 32 before. And we're at like level 19. So we're gaining on where I was. We're not quite there, but we're gaining. So I'm excited to get to the point of getting new storyline stuff and... Okay, we've taken out the pillars. And I'm really glad a lot of y'all are coming by. Now, I will note for those who have not tuned in, those streams are rated mature. It is because it is an M-rated game. It is a mature rated game for gore more than anything. So if you have issues with blood, obviously don't tune into those. I'm not a big fan of blood either, to be fair. I just removed a staircase. But I don't find it to be that bad because it's not what I would argue as realistic. It's that kind of the over-the-top gore that you see in some more B-movie at times. Not do you like jazz B-movie, but like B-movies, as in like grindhouse films and movies that aren't trying to be a huge hit and they're for a very niche audience. Itchy nose. Ugh. Sorry. Yeah, B movie, not B movie. Not an Appiday movie. Where did I... There. I was like, I broke a staircase somewhere. Where did I break it? It was over here. Yeah. Mushroom stems were... I'm glad my first choice for what to use here was right. Like, the mushroom stems just work really, really well. Now, we do have to figure out something for these arches and what we're going to do here. But I feel really good about these. They're darker, but they're not, like... aggressively so. So let's go there, and then I think I can do every other one. Maybe not, because of the, yeah. I don't need them over here. I can go here. Did that reach? Yes. Okay. Yeah, they definitely all need therapy. I can 100% agree with you there. I was actually flipping through some of the concept art for it last night. Because I had kind of forgotten I had kind of forgotten certain things, and I wanted to get some references down for, like, I mentioned during the stream I really want to reference the styles of the ruins for some of the areas in my base. The hideaway being one of them, having the white curly tall sections, and there's very good inspiration there. I don't know where specifically I'll use it, but to be fair, wrong button. To be fair, we do have this big area over here, right? I could do hidden areas inside this that the city's just built over top of. Like, it is entirely possible to do that. I can do buried sections if I want. I can do long areas with that bridge. I have a lot of options, right? So, yeah. Okay, but having the mushrooms go up, that one probably needs to go one higher. But what do you do for the arches? What should the arches be? The pale oak doesn't work. The pale oak's too pink. I need something... I think we need something dark here. Would a dark oak work? Wondering. Nether bricks are tempting. Not red nether bricks, but nether brick is tempting. But I think we need something more... I don't know. I don't know how I want to look at this. Oh yeah, I moved some stuff over here. This is all my glass that I had. Which, actually, wait. Are you all normal glass? You are all normal glass. If anybody needs any glass... Now's your time to get it. It's just specifically those, because these I think are different. Yeah, those are purple stain that I've already done. But this was from me emptying out my old glass section that I had. And that's snow and ice. I've got unlimited... So, Obi, I have... If we go up here... I've got unlimited glass. I've got a glass generator right here. That is just constantly going and making glass for me. That goes down to here, and then that's getting logs. I am not certain how we're doing on the fuel for it, though. I should double check. That should just be... Yeah, it is going to run out because of this little issue. Most of that does smelt fine, but I do have to occasionally just check on this. But yeah, cherry log sand. As I take it, it'll fill up and do its thing. As you can see there. Wow. Let's see. Let's go back to the courtyard really quick. Put those mushroom stems away for now. I'm also gonna put the mushroom away. And even though I'm not using it, I'm gonna put everything away that I don't need on me right now. Okay. Yeah, what do you put here? My brain is kind of leaning towards dark oak. I feel like dark oak would go really well with this. But I don't know how well the dark oak would go with the granite. Is kind of the one thing I'm like thinking about. Like, how does it feel with this? Like, obviously they're not touching. But I don't know where that's going to draw the eye. Because whatever I use there is going to be the floor here also, right? So, like, the floor up here, that'll be dark oak. And then I would need something... that might work, because then I could do granite again for the ceiling. You know what? We're going with dark oak. That's spruce. You're dark oak. Okay. Do 2 stacks of stairs. Quite a few sets of slabs. And then we're going to move that there. Stairs there. Slab, brick. There we go. Okay. Okay. So yeah, like right here, we'll do that. Hey, Clue. I would love some pasta right now, honestly. Before you got here, I was talking about how I was starving. So. There we go. But, Thank you, Clue. Okay, so I'm going to go around this way. I'm going to take out all these stairs first. And then we'll replace the stairs. And then we'll replace the concrete blocks after we replace the stairs. So that way it's all fairly easy to place. I've also got to do those areas there, but... We'll start with the front... No! Come back! Come back! Okay, you and you. Okay. So that should be there and there. And there and there. Okay, okay. No! Rude. Not where you go. There. Can I just go... I mean, if I don't mess up anyway, can I just go... Like, for the most part, just go in one direction and then turn around, I think is probably the faster way. Do-do-do-do. Rather than you turning and realigning myself every time, right? Why does my nose itch so much? Oh my god. Ugh. My nose has been absolutely like devastating this entire stream, and I don't know why. How do we feel about that? How do we feel about that? Obviously, I still gotta replace that one concrete in the corner, but... Ugh. Hey, Raxon. I don't know what Spanza is. But hey, Fallon, how's it going? Go there. 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 Get rid of all of those little bits. Do-do-do-do-do. Do-do-do-do-do. Okay. We got all those. Spanza is a test scene often used for rendering. Ah! Oh, are we kind of talking about the fact to use the white concrete? Yeah, I refer to it as the gray boxing or white boxing, which is a reference to game dev as well. So mainly for the level design aspect. Okay, yeah, I'm trying to figure out if this contrast is right. Like, do I like this? Do I like how that feels? Or is that too dark? Oh, God. I feel like I may have gone too far in this with that color. Like, the contrast might be too great. And I don't think I can bring it back from that, so I don't think the spruce was the way to go, or the dark oak was the way to go. I'm a bit sad about that because that was time, right? I hate kind of wasting time, but I don't think this is what I want. I think what we want from this is actually going to be maybe we want acacia? Would acacia be good here? I really not have any any acacia going in here? Like I'm kind of concerned that there's no acacia backed up in there. I must have had a trash filter. Oh, I had a trash filter at the bottom. It should be fine. Go back to the courtyard. Go over here. Go over here. Yeah, we're gonna need to go boop-a-doop, 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 boop-a-doop. Oh my god, why does my nose itch so much? Please stop! Okay, let's go there, and then I'm gonna do this so I don't have to go elsewhere. Okay. That feels better. The contrast isn't as sharp. I feel better with that. Like, I still don't think it's perfect, but I think that's going to involve me doing something to connect it here. But I feel much better with that versus the dark oak. It brings a lot more light into it. And it's like, yeah, I know the walls are going to be much brighter, but I did mention before that this is supposed to be a... the main focus of the city I am building, right? The whole main visual appeal is it is a heavily dye and paint focused like city. So using very dark woods like that are going to be something I have to use for maybe specifically flooring and nothing else. In order to really kind of cement that contrast. Like, that contrast has to be used correctly. And I don't think that was the spot for it. I had originally figured, like, oh, because that area is not something that's getting painted or changed. That's not quite there. Welcome back, buddy. BB also says welcome back. Yeah. You did, right? That was you? Anything else, BB? BB. Anything else? No? Okay. Oh, crap. Wait. I made it all the way around. I'm like, wait, that's not... BB. Yeah. Yeah. Oh, by the way, for those of you who like the Streamloots cards and stuff, I did
Have you seen the
add...
kitties recently? It's been an hour. Perhaps you should take a quick break to make sure they aren't up to any mischief.
I promise you, Mari, they're not. They're all sleeping except for BB. Yes, BB, hi. But that said, it is time to give BB some attention. Oh, for those who missed it, this is what we did earlier. We got fireflies, and they trigger based on time of day. So, hi, BB. Hi. Hi. But it is time to get up, stretch, grab a drink, all that fun stuff. So I will catch you all in just a little bit. Please take care of yourselves, get up, stretch, and grab some water for yourselves, and I will catch you all in 3 minutes. A million roses? Amazing! That's amazing! We're rather impressed. Such a pointless exercise. Well, thank you for doing it. We're so pleased. Yes, let's go home now.
You did it.
Thank you, Mari. Look at this! Look at this! It's 9:27. 1,000,000 roses! I'm glad this guy has no peripheral vision whatsoever. What? What? I need to do backspin if I'm doing this. I got distracted by the golf cart! I screwed that up because I thought I was going to get hit by a golf cart. Learn that white strawberries exist. Now Daisy, female. Daisy's name in Japan is Horumon, apparently. A second cousin who is a cow through and through. Their running speed is the same as whether on 2 or 4 legs. I'm glad they don't have the old description for Daisy. For those who don't know, Daisy's feet squirt milk when she runs. I just think this is important for y'all to know. How the hell? My God. My God. I'm going to aim for the 4th square. Right here. I'm aiming right in the 4th square.
Everyone else, choose a slot
Gonna aim for that 4th square right there. Hey, Snow.
Okay.
Oh, shit.
Let the games begin. Pick a spot to drop from.
Let's go.
Ever heard of chaos theory? Well, this is
Oh! Woo!
Oh, I am filled with rage about the whole nobody dying thing.
Yeah! 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Woo. Woo. All right, here we go. Boom! Oh! Is that really 1,000,000? 1,000,000 roses? Amazing! That's amazing! We're rather impressed. Such a pointless exercise. Well, thank you for doing it. We're so pleased. Yes, let's go home now.
You did it.
Thank you, Mari. Look at this! Look at this! It's 9:27. 1,000,000 roses! I'm glad this guy has no peripheral vision whatsoever. What? What? I need to do backspin if I'm doing this. I got distracted by the golf cart! I screwed that up because I thought I was going to get hit by a golf cart. Learn that white strawberries exist. Now Daisy, female. Daisy's name in Japan is Horumon, apparently. A second cousin who is a cow through and through. Their running speed is the same as whether on 2 or 4 legs. I'm glad they don't have the old description for Daisy. For those who don't know... sorry, I took a little bit longer. I was kind of just wandering around. Is chill. I don't know how late I was. It looks like I was a minute late. I'm sorry. Ugh. I'm sorry you didn't get to enjoy the fireflies. I really do want to work on adding fireflies as an effect to my overlay. I don't think it would be that hard. Let me make a note. Do. I feel like I've already written it down, but I think fireflies would be really nice in the overlay at the bottom. And shouldn't be too hard to make. Especially because they're flying, I don't need them to, like, ever, I don't need them to scroll with the overlay, right? We did it earlier, buddy. I mean, I'm cool with you clipping more. You did miss it. I think I did it twice, actually. Bum 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 bum. Yeah. Okay, so the thing I think I need in the house when I do grocery shopping next is I think I need to get a whole bunch of like granola bars kind of set up so that way I actually eat a bit more. Even if it's just like, yeah, you can have one between one on breaks of streams or whatever when you're hungry. And these arches are going to be the death of me, right? Because I want this arch to feel good. I could use something I've never used, and that's shelves. I could put shelves in here. I think shelves in these for the arches would work really well. To get a better slope. I'm not sure about the top. I might have to armor stand the top to make it work, but yeah, that color feels a lot better than what we had before. So I feel good about that. Let's go over to our crafting bench we added in. I do want to see that. Go away, go away, go away. There we go. Okay. Nice, buddy. The problem for a lot of it with me right now is budget is going to prioritize most things that I buy. So, we'll see. I will keep them in mind. There we go. Get rid of you. Do. Burp, burp. Burp, 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 burp. Okay. Just slowly get rid of all of these until I end up creating an area I can't walk through. And then we'll replace all of these with slabs. I'm going to leave the crossbeams in because I'm not entirely sure what's going on with those yet, and that may cause issues up here, which I'm a little worried about. go. Go there. We'll leave the one under the door for now. Swap these around because I do need the torch. There we go. Okay. And then doot 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 doot. Nice and simple. Nice and chill. Relax. Don't do it. Relax. Don't do it. Okay. Oh. I'm sorry I've been like extra low energy lately. I know a lot of you have been here enough for me to explain. I've been dealing with illness and anxiety issues quite a bit lately, and it's been really draining on me. I'm really hoping that with my creativity coming back, I'll start feeling better. We're just not quite there yet, so. I'm also extremely drained because I had to deal with family the other day, which I'm not a fan of doing. My one aunt works near here, and she goes for walks on her lunch break at her job, and she asked me if I would go if I would join her on her walk. So she doesn't like she's tired of walking alone. It's not that she doesn't feel safe or anything like that, but she's tired of walking alone. She just wants somebody to chat to. And I said, the problem is I guarantee your lunch break is when I work. And she goes, when do you work? And I go, I work from about 11 to 4. And she just goes, oh, because she works a 9 to 5. It's like I'm not gonna say I don't want to. I don't, but I'm not gonna say that. They're just like, it's like I can't. I genuinely like those hours line up exactly with my. I do like that even though my family doesn't entirely get what I'm doing for a job, my two of my cousins understand out of the three. Two of my cousins understand what I'm doing. I'm the only one in my family who plays video games though. There is one cousin that also plays games, but he is a ball and gun gamer, which we can argue what level of actually being a gamer that is, pretty heavily, but but yeah, no. So there's not really a lot of like understanding about what it is I do. But yeah, all right. You go there. And you go there. To be clear, I don't want these doors to be right here. I want them inside the wall, but you can't place them on stairs, which I think is absurd. It should detect what way the stair is facing. Go, yes, you can, or no, you can't. Okay, so how does this look? Oh, that's feeling really nice, actually. Okay. Like, we're starting to get an actual, like, shape, right? Now, I do have to worry about, like, these. And I'm gonna have to replace all of that. But I'm trying to get this like to feel right now. Well, let's go and get rid of you and you. I think every single one of these archways is kind of at the same spot, so we can just go like this. This will go around. And obviously I need to do those, but we will pace ourselves a little bit. Yeah, it's one of those things where I think the problem I've been running into, at least what I've been seeing with what goes on with like basketball video games anymore, which is I guess the same as the soccer video games now. It's just gambling. Like, it is more loot box gambling than Overwatch. Maybe not more than Counter-Strike, but it is just gambling. And it's like, what the heck? Fire it out. Okay, we're going to be in a spot where mobs can spawn. Now, see, this is where we get a weird spot. Like, I can go here, and that works for that arch, but that doesn't work for what's actually happening. So I need to go back one. So I think on those, we just add a slab, and we do let it extend one further. But if we hit the wall, we do the angle. I think is going to be the way to do this. So we hit the wall, we do the angle. Hit the wall, do the angle, then go there and there. Wall angle, wall angle, wall angle. There we go. Missing you and you and you. I may not do it on this one. This one might get different. I'm not sure. Rain! Okay. The one thing I don't like about the fireflies is they take a while to spread out. So, like, you get these bits right here, right? And you can see, like, they eventually spread out. But those were all dead center when it started. So what I might need to do, actually, is split them into 4 instead of 2. So we move a little bit over here, we move a little over here. They're fine, but... Hey, Vic. Maybe I'll notice it less in time, but... I mean, I guess I could also add, like, some firefly bushes in here in spots. But, like, right there, see how we've ended up with a big gap here. Where nothing is lit up. Is it right here? Over 1. Can I am going to double the count, but then have the interval. Will that work? I think the problem this'll have... Where's my magnet? Double the count and have the interval. Actually, I think I want... Let's try 75, but 50. And do 75 here as well. So we're speeding it up a little bit, but we're also... And we're increasing the particles. but it's still slower than it was. I also think this one needs to go 1 block lower. Or at least half a block lower. Do 1... No, wait. 2 was right. Offset. 1.5. So it'll be a little bit lower, more close to the ground. Yeah, I think increasing the amount of them, because that gives more spread. So it's just more likely to hit that outer edge. Can I give them a little more radius? Like, we're on a 3.5. Which one is that, though? Yeah. That's on a 3.5 right now. Let's do a 4. And a 3. That would have been too far. Doing this weird thing where it's not, like, letting me click in them. There we go. So I've increased the spread a little bit, which does mean they're going to occasionally, I think, go outside. Like, we might occasionally see one trickle through, but that should spread them quite a bit more. I'm still wishing they were right here, and I don't know why we're not getting a lot here. Hey, Fuji. Like, they're really not going over there, and I don't get that. I mean, I guess they're not going to either side very much, but... Okay, so we've got that, we've got these, we've got the start of our archways. There. There. Get this section. Do 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 do. There and there. There and there. There and there. There and there. I am going to have to figure out lighting in this area, because right now it's definitely spawnable as I've removed the torches that were here. Like, yeah, it's not really the safest of spots. You know what, for the time being, we're just going to do this the lazy way. Everything's lit up now. Almost. There we go. 3 torches, lit up the whole thing. Okay. So if we've got this shape going on, I do want to try and do shelves. Now, I've never made shelves before. So this will be a bit of a new experience for me. But, well, let's see. Shelf, right? Shelf! Yeah, I need someone. Shelf! Okay, that's just stripped logs. Okay. Okay, let's grab a little more acacia. 4 of them. That should work. I've also got this nugget that's been in my inventory for ages. Let's get rid of that. Okay. So we're going to go back to the courtyard because that is right near a door where we can do this safely. Wait, can we... I just realized I was about to do a very long process to do this. But if I just go... Because I think we have this. If I'm right, I can put this in here. Yeah, let's go. Wait a minute. Oh my god! Sorry. Oh, shelves don't suck on this server. Shelves don't suck on this server. I didn't even know. Oh, that's beautiful. Beautiful! So what I wanted to do was this, right? I want to do that, and that feels good to me. But here's the thing. This works, right? We can see what's going on here. This works. This does help with the angle of the arch. This is fine. Now, you can place these without a backing, and the reason this is important here, we are going to go to our storage. Now, I'm not 100% if this will work, but I think I can just take these. There is a lot of things you can do with the stone cutter, Obi. Like, a lot. There. BB. BB, come here. Come here. Hi. BB, do we need to have a talk? Do we need to have a talk? You're being hyper. You're being very hyper. Why are we hyper? Ah! Okay, so we just need to go and remove that one, and that one, and that one. Right, so we just remove the mushroom stems from there. That one's going to be a bit weird. I'm actually worried about this. I may have to... I don't know how I can do this one. I'm staring at this like, what is my method going to be to get this one to go? Actually, I think I can... no? I'm not sure. I am not sure what I'm going to be able to do for this one specifically. So that will be a problem to address. Because even if I armor stand it, that is not going to be the correct angle. Right? Like, it's doing this. Could cover the higher up arch with an additional trapdoor below it. Maybe. But it's not about, like... The issue is that I'm trying to create this slope around it, right? So I'm trying to do this here, and I can do that there, but then this one would need this, which means I can't power that. And I can't cover that. Wait, no, I can cover this. I'm fine. I can cover this. The question becomes, does this work? Ooh, wrong thing. Okay, that powers that. That's good. And then we get rid of this. And that goes there. We're going to armor stand this to make this work. Dude. Yeah, I want these to be this single one up here, right? And then I might do these as well down here, but I'll do them with more of the slats because they're lower. Do. Itchy nose. I'm okay. Oh, actually, I guess if I'm wrapping that around, I don't know, it's still going to be weird on this pillar, right? Like, I don't know. I don't know how I feel about that right there. That feels wrong. The top half is fine. The top half can be like that. That's good. That one I think I need to cover up is specifically the one. So like we go there and there. I need to power that one. Go there and there. That one gets powered. Bum. But yeah, I'm gonna need to power that one. Do. And then I'm gonna need to power the walls. Like it's a lot of like powering them to get this kind of more clean look. I do like the vertical breaks that these do cause, but I want, like I said, I want it more along the ground with those, I think. Rain in the overlay! Ugh. Is many shelves. I'm not usually too big on the shelves as an overall thing, but I think they do work well here. Especially when they're not the messy stripes. Like this, I'm not sure. Like I'm not sure if I'm gonna keep, if I'm gonna do this, right? I'm not certain. It does look nice. But it almost might be too much. I don't know. I might change my mind on these later, but we'll do them for now. Do. There. Okay. But yeah, I need to figure out I need to put a mushroom block there because I don't want that to be a weird arch. I feel like, I don't know. Do I want to cover it? Do I want to just do that? It's fine. I think I'll forget about it in a bit, is the thing. Like, I'm worrying about it right now, but I think I will forget about it. So, I think that's where I need to go. Yeah, don't worry. If it's something I'm going to forget, I did. If it's not going to bother me in an hour, then does it really matter? Wow, 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 wow. Now I am going to have to do something fancy there. There's that one, that one. Oh, that's fine. Though I do think I need the grass to spread onto this first. Because I don't think the grass will grow if that's there. Because it did count it as a block on top of it that broke it, so we're going to let that one grow back in. So we do something like this. We need to fix the source here. We need to give that power. So I can just do this and do that, and then put you back on. There we go. I do need to keep the mushroom stem there if I want this to work, though, so we're going to go there. You can actually put it on the back of the... Interestingly, you can put it on the back of these, but it will not power the one it is on, so you've got to plan a little bit there. I did, in fact, run out of torches, though. Do I have any in my old storage before I go on a journey? I thought I saw redstone in there. Oh, that was a fish. I think I grabbed all the redstone dust and stuff, but I don't know if I left any, like, torches. Oh, I did miss some redstone dust there. Do 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 do. Ah. Okay. It's really funny when the fireflies aren't spawned in because you're too far away, so they do take a second, which kind of sucks. Like I hate that I can't like make them preload, but I understand. In theory, a lot of the time it's going to be players that like because you're not going to be teleporting to the courtyard. I'm not going to have that waystone there at the end, so it's more like you're going to be over here, right, and then you're going to go this way. Then you're going to get to look over, and they're already going to be spawned. So I don't think it really matters. It's more the issue that, like, by default, when you're warping that way, you're kind of joining in on an area that hasn't had a chance to load them. It's feeling kind of library. And I'm here for it. Like, I like the kind of library feel it's got. But yeah, the spots we've got to deal with, that's going to be that. We need to get rid of that one. Thank you, Starry. We need to get rid of that one, and that one. We're going to need to get rid of that. Okay, so you have to become that. You got to become that. You got to become that. There. I can see the old train station vibe. You go there and there. There and there. It is funny to have placed all these mushroom blocks and then only one shows. At least on this level. I don't know what's going to happen up there. I kind of want to stick to the white up there. It'd be very interesting to do like white archways and stuff on the top half. So we do this wood down here and then we swap it once we're up the pillar. Right, because we did that white up the pillar, but if we can do something that complements the white of that to go across for the second layer, could be nice. Or we just have that stripe there and then a little bit of white and then we do the same. I'm not sure yet. There we go. Squeaky chair. See, now the one problem I am going to have here is if I place those, we're going to break the desire path. But I don't think that desire path would go away. People are still going to cut that corner. So I don't want to necessarily place this. I think what that'll end up being is going to be an armor stand. I need to increase the lighting there. But I think we'll do armor stand shelves there in order to get that to work. But I do need to go here, here. And we'll do that for now. Like that's going to have to be replaced when I replace the overall like block, but yeah, I'll have to armor stand those. I can do a desire path here and assume they're not going to hit that one because that's going to be out enough. But yeah, I needed that. Like that feels good. Now, how do I want the railing? Do we want to do shelves again? For a railing, or would that be too much? Oh, would that be too much? To do a railing up here. I don't think I want to use the orange. I want to use white. Let's see how it looks. I know it's pink, but it's not a bad... It's close. And it being next to the orange, I don't think we'll necessarily notice. Throw that in there. Yeah, I don't know if this is gonna work the way I want it to. I'm hoping it does, but yeah, like pale oak it's pink. So I don't know how good it's gonna look. How good does it look against? Yeah, I don't know. I'm hoping it turns out. I'm hoping it turns out. Boo-boo-doo-boo. I just realized an annoyance that I gotta deal with. I can't place them without a floor under them. I mean, the one under the pillars, I'm fine because I have a backing, but like, I have to do this to place these. There we go. Okay, how we looking? Back away a bit. Yeah, that works. I'm a little sad, like, I wish it was something that I could let y'all see through, like, visually, right? So, like, if you're standing down there, you can actually see the wall through. Now, an interesting thing that I could, in theory, do to make it feel more like you could is once I have the wall behind it figured out, I could actually put the color of the wall clipping into the item frame to kind of give you an illusion of looking through it. But I feel like there's a lot of instances where that might break. But I do like that. Okay, I am going to need to put on the crab claw, and we're going to go up. And hopefully not wreck too many of the mushroom stems. Like that. Exactly what I'm talking about, Cameron. We don't want to do that. There we go. There we go. Just try to line myself up as best I can so I don't have to move around as much because I keep feeling like I'm going to break everything. There we go. Okay. Now I've got that. Now again, for the spots where it's not aligned, just like Cleo did doing the same thing, I'm not going to... I'm not going to bother with it right now, but I will be putting armor stands in these little gaps here, right? Like right here. I'll be putting an armor stand in order to fill the space, since I can't put two of them in the same spot. Do I have more dirt in one of these? Probably not. Nope. Where am I gonna find dirt? Dirt, 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 dirt. Where's dirt? There we go. My brain is a little overloaded. Probably because I'm hungry. Okay, so there. 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 Okay. Dirt in place. I feel like I should have put the courtyard waystone up above. I'm gonna do that. Because the rate at which I'm, like, going up there is much higher than the rate at which I'm down below. Oop. There we go. One more down. There we go. Okay. The other option with this is I guess I don't technically need to be putting the railing there or here. And I should be putting something else. So I'm gonna remove the ones in front of the pillars. Just because I think design-wise I shouldn't be placing fence there. I should be placing some sort of transition piece. Which might just be me putting one of these backwards. Right? But not the fence. There we go. Hey, Somya. So we do like that. Yeah, we just need something. We need something on top of the. Why can't I move? We need something on top of the outdents for the where these fences are, or not fences, where these shelves are. Yeah. BB's in a chatty mood. Yes, BB. Hi. He was shouting from the other room. But yeah, we do something like that, but we definitely need something different right here on the pillar. And I don't know what that'll be. Ugh. I feel good about this, though. Like, I do feel really good about this. Like, it's a big step. It's going to get really, really weird when I start doing areas that are more randomized. So, again, you're going to see it with these walls. These walls are going to be painted bright colors. Like, this one might be yellow, and then this one might be purple, and then this one might be green. You're going to see a lot of color pop behind this. But the point for this area here is that this area is supposed to be very clean for these walls because they were all built together, right? But then the homes are all customized to be their own here. And we might have some of that bleed over onto the pathways where, like, maybe the path has been painted a little bit in front of the houses and things like that. But we got to get the base coat down before we can start doing the fun painting. Right, so this sets us on that path. I made too many of the shelves. I'm just like, what do I do with these? See, I don't like that. That's too thick of a wall for an area where I want to be able to look through it. But I do like it on the lower bit. And that's why we do the white boxing. Areas like that, where like when I had it up there, it blocked the door, it blocked the window, it ruined my view. So we do the quick white boxing, we figure out how light plays, how we see things, and we go off of that. But we can get like areas like this, where look, it's a window, but I can go like this, and then it changes the shape of the window, but I can't go there. But yeah, there's gonna be a lot of bits of me like modifying and figuring out where does this feel right, where doesn't it. Hey, Mellow. But yeah, I do like how this feels, at least down on this floor. Obviously, we didn't get up to there. Ugh. Ugh. Big stretch, but it is 3 o'clock, and I'm exhausted, and I need to get food. I have not eaten, and I feel bad about that. But I do like this, and thank you again to Obi for the chest of mushrooms that I don't need most of, but I appreciate. Especially when I only use like 1 or 2 per pillar in the end. But we did get quite a bit done. At least conceptually. We conceptualized a lot. And I'm going to show this off to anybody who didn't see it really quick. We will go back to the courtyard really quick. So yeah, this is the courtyard from above. And you can see, now that it's getting late, all the fireflies are coming out. Which just looks great. But we're going to add, like, this is going to have plants and stuff in it. We're going to make it into a garden party kind of looking area. I'm going to try and add, like, little banners going across. Things like that. So this is going to be a very, very bright area. This is just the base coat stuff, right? This is the stuff that's going to fade into the background. But I want to decorate the lawn. I want to put, like, we'll put a whole bunch of statues out on the lawn. Maybe we'll do I'll go through my subscribers list, and then I'll see who we can get the skins of and have everybody out here in the little party. Maybe. Just existing in the garden party area. But we'll do a bunch of armor stand work in this little spot and really decorate it. But I do need to I want to have this area as a focus where we start decorating at least one spot, because, like, we've got a very large base to go through, right? So again, like, if I just go picture mode, we've got a very large base, and this is only one small section of it. But I would like to have some nice areas to visit once in a while to show off, so that way new people who come by don't think I'm just building in white concrete, right? That I'm just building these bits. Because there is so much more to these builds, and just having some of it start showing is such a big thing. Like, I need to work on the sphere. I don't want to, but I need to. I need to work on the sphere, get more... I need to work on the sphere, get more layers lit up there, sort all that out, sort out the pier, and get people to visit different areas, right? It is funny that the particles do render. But yeah, it's a lot. It's a lot to work on. I'm excited, though, to see how far we get, how much we get done. Ah! Thank you for the bits, Fox. I appreciate that. But yeah, I'm pleased with this. And also, this is one of those things I don't think a lot of people realize. You can power shelves, and they become this kind of smoother slab kind of setup. And then when they're not powered, they get all 3. So you get these kind of different designs you can do. If you want them to hold one item or many, is what the purpose is. But also visually, it just looks great, you know? So hopefully we can continue to make this thing. But yeah, we'll do a whole bunch of plants here. We'll maybe do like some tables under here. Like each of these spots looks like a really good spot to have like a little table for the garden and whatnot, and we'll figure that out, and we'll just make a really nice area. Yeah, God, powering it to change it to 1, 2, or no divides is a mess, though. When you start going like, oh, make sure to power this one, but put it next to this one, it's like, what, who? The design is weird and not not the most intuitive. You can tell time is fast forwarding. You can tell time is fast forwarding. No, it's all good. It's all good. Don't worry. When it comes to like not chatting much, I don't mind. I just I get paranoid sometimes when it's quiet because it's like, am I here? Especially like when I'm dealing with depression. When it gets extra quiet, I get kind of worried. Um, and it's nothing on y'all. It is definitely a me problem. But can only do so much, right? I think next time we're on here, we will work on figuring out these, like what we're gonna do on these pillars. Because like we need something there. We'll figure out the second layer. We'll get that sorted. Maybe we'll start planting some flowers down. Figure out how to do the lighting that isn't these. I think would be good. Like actually getting good little light sources, like little lamps or candles out. Candles could look really nice actually, depending on how we do it. If we get little like sconces and put candles on them. This is actually something. So like we could attach lanterns here, right? Like we could put lanterns like hanging off the side of these and they'd look fine. I think if I was going for a more modern build, I'd actually make this the lantern. But we could do like a little hanging lantern off of each one. But I'm sure y'all are thinking, but the hanging lanterns won't work visually because of how things go, or because of like this in the way. We can remove this, put the lantern here, and then attach the lantern in a way. I think you can't do floating lanterns. They need a base, don't they? Or they need to be connected to a surface. So it'd be very hard to fully get it set, but I think we can do it. I'm not 100%, but lanterns would look nice. I don't think they do. I don't think they sit on string. I think they'll break. We could put it on the head of an armor stand, though, and does it become 3D on the head of an armor stand? I'm not certain. If it becomes 3D on the head of an armor stand, then we could use that, and then we could just put a light there, and we could do whatever we want. I don't think they do, though. So we may have to figure out something clever. Maybe we'll find a player head that looks like a good lantern. That could work. Hi, BB. Hi. 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 He's very talkative. You are. You are very talkative. Yep. But yeah, figuring out like exactly what to do with these spots. Not that one specifically, but like that one is gonna be a little more work. We might just take these mushroom blocks and like push them out one with an armor stand to have something there. But we do run the risk of the Z fighting right in that little corner. If we use the same one. I'm not sure. I'm really not sure. We could do, again, we could do the shelves, but reverse their direction. We would end up with issues on these angled ones, though, right there. Because I think they'd stick out. But I think turning them around, doing a 180 on these would mostly look good. So we'll see how it works over here. He has very cute meows. He's cold. Is that why you're meowing? Your paws are cold? Were you laying against the window in the other room again? Keep telling you that's gonna be cold. I appreciate y'all a ton though, and I thank you so much for coming out and being here and spending time with me. I hope y'all are taking care of yourselves. It's the one thing I ask. And if you're not taking care of yourself, take steps to take care of yourself, because you do deserve it. You are lovely and wonderful, and you have all been really supportive of each other and just been the best community. I'm gonna send you over to one of my friends who's also doing the Minecraft sponsorship, so we can help push them to their goals, because I think that's the perfect thing to do. So we're going to hit our little credits button, but we are going to raid over to our friend Water. Water is absolutely lovely, and I'm sure they would be very happy to have you. So go be kind to Water for me, please. But yeah, Water's playing Minecraft as well, doing the sponsorship that we did. So, but they are a good friend and a good person. Thank you again to Dor for the resub, Fox and Bui for the bits. I do appreciate it. Again, you have all been lovely. You've all been amazing. Take care of yourselves. That said, see ya. Love ya. Bye-bye.